Welcome to Rio de Janeiro. It has now been 2 weeks since I moved here, and I thought this is a good moment to explain you why I chose to live in the Cidade Maravilhosa, how the Brazilians like to call it. I was always fascinated by Brazil. It's a country that is way different compared to other countries. It was influenced by indigenous, African, European folks during the last centuries. It's the biggest country in South America, and it's the only one with Portuguese as its official language. A little side note, there was just a guy passing by, a dog walker. He was here with 3 dogs. He's Brazilian and he lives in the favela A Rocinha, or the Rocinha favela, which back in the days was the most dangerous favela in Rio de Janeiro. So yeah, it was very interesting to chat with him. We had a little talk about his life in the favela. This is actually a video I still plan to do in the future. So I was asking him if it's okay if I go there with the camera, with a local guide and show how people live there or how things are working in the favela. So my first and main reason because I chose to move to Brazil is the language. I want to be fluent in Portuguese, and as you might know, I already speak Spanish, and if you know Spanish, you have a great base to build up on. Portuguese and Spanish have a lexical similarity of around 90%, so basically that means that both languages have words found in equivalent forms. And apart from that advantage, learning a new language for me always makes sense because you're kind of adding a new life. Rio de Janeiro is an impressive city surrounded by mountains and the ocean. It has a very powerful and dynamic energy that you can feel everywhere. I always like to call it the New York of Brazil. It has a statue on a mountaintop overlooking the city. There are high buildings, there's a metro. Similar to Mallorca, you have a lot of nature to explore. You have long and beautiful beaches, streets full of trees and palm trees. And I, for example, I love palm trees. Always when I used to travel to another country that has palm trees, I always got excited because for me that's a sign of a high temperature, of a lot of sun, of something different and exotic that I'm not used to, or I wasn't used to back then when I was living in Germany. So I guess I'm always going to live at places where you can find palm trees and have access to an ocean, but yeah, for now, enough about palm trees. Well, as you can see behind me, the sun is just going down, and I'm going down to a rocky place just next to the beach, which is called Apoador, where people get together to see the sunset. Rio has many parks and mountains to explore, which I still want to hike up to. You've probably seen that popular picture where people are hanging at the rock. It looks like they are going to fall down if they are not holding on to it. That's the Pedra do Telegrafo hike, which is one of the many beautiful hikes you are able to do here. In Rio, there are not only the most popular beaches, Ipanema and Copacabana, there are many other beaches in and around the city. For example, I just love to spend some time at the beach with friends to relax or jump into the ocean at the end of the day. I'm like a little turtle that likes to walk to the water the moment I see it. What for me is even more important than the place itself are the people. My experience so far is that people are very kind and open. The Brazilians, they are very helpful and affectionate. So in case you are lost or you need to know anything, you can always chat with them on the streets. You usually don't get a bad reaction. Apart from that, there are many international people living here from all over the world. Most of them, they live in the south of the city in the areas Copacabana, Ipanema and Leblon. And those areas are actually the most safest areas to live in Rio de Janeiro. The people here, they like to live a very active lifestyle. As you probably know, Rio is famous for its beach culture. People do a lot of sports and they just love to walk at the beach and show their beautiful bodies, in which they put a lot of effort in. What I personally like a lot, that around every 200 meters at the beach you can find a workout station, so there's really no excuse not to work out. There's even a kind of jungle gym between the beaches Copacabana and Ipanema at a place called Apoador. That's the place where I went to see the sunset. It's free, everyone can use it, and people go there often to enjoy working out directly in front of the ocean. If you're outside and you see so many people working out all the time, you feel an uplifting energy and you get motivated to do the same. You just want to move and get fit as well. And I think that's a great and healthy environment to be in. There are many other activities you can do here, like surfing, playing beach rackets, football or football volleyball. In case you haven't heard about it, it's like playing volleyball but with your feet and head instead of your hands. And the Brazilians, they are masters in that sport. It's incredible how good they are. If you go to the beach and see them playing, you get really impressed. It's obvious that Brazil has much more to offer than the beach culture and the sporty lifestyle. And there are many people that are not living the great lifestyle I was talking about, since there's a lot of poverty as well. For example, you can see many children selling candies at the beach to support their families. Many people here live day by day and they struggle to survive, but this topic is worth a video alone. There's so much to see in and around the city, so please let me know in the comments if there's anything specific you would like to see, know about or are interested in. I might get into these topics in the next videos. And if you don't want to miss out on any future videos and want to support my channel, feel free to like and subscribe as well. Thank you, and until next time.